Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary gzduel here today to do another one of those heart-to-heart videos I've been talking about that you guys seem to like. So I'm going to do them, and I'm going to start a series. This is going to be called, Gary Unscripted. Yeah, so because it's not scripted, and I'm Gary. Very original name. Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, I want to talk about a topic that was suggested in the comments from my last video. One of you guys suggested that I talk about the new cards, the power creep, the new cards, the overpowered cards that are coming out or have already come out, and how I think it will change the game. So I want to talk about that a little bit. The first thing I wanted to talk about, of course, is the power creep in the cards. Look, we have Soul Charge. We have these cards that are just unfair. We have Soul Charge. We have Exciton Knight. We have Silent Honor Arc. We have like the new archetypes that's coming out, like Shadolls, Satella Knights, Cosmic Dragons. What else do we have? We have Pendulum Summoning, because that's a thing. And so yeah, it's gonna be really hectic. Yu-Gi-Oh is gonna change so much in the next few months, leading up to the next ban list. Hopefully, I think the next ban list will be able to get the new rule officially implemented in the TCG, where you begin with 5 cards and then you have the pendulum zones. But yeah, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is going to change a lot. So if you plan to play this game, continue to play this game, you should really pay attention to what's going to be good. Don't like screw yourself out by like committing to a deck right now. I feel like what you should do as a smart player is just like, play something you're comfortable with if you're playing competitively. And then once these new cards are coming out, once things have settled in September, you want to pick up a deck that really suits you or really good for the format. So that would be my advice. So, Yu-Gi-Oh's going to change a lot. New cards are going to come out. They're going to make the game much more complicated. Hold on to what you have. Don't make any rash decisions. And then when the time comes, you should hop on whichever train you feel like hopping onto and chase after the newest OP. But yeah, I want to talk about the power creep in Yu-Gi-Oh in general. What I mean by the power creep is you notice a trend in Yu-Gi-Oh after every new archetype. You see that the archetype released after that, it's always going to be more powerful. So think about it like this. Remember in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh when we were playing like, Duelist Kingdom, when we were like dueling each other for starships and stuff. Back when you can summon a monster and you can eat the field card. Back when that was a thing, you just had vanilla monsters, right? Like you just battled with attack points, pure attack points. And then, new stuff came out, you had effect monsters. And then new stuff came out, you had fusion monsters. And then new stuff came out, you had, ritual monsters, and then synchro monsters, and then XYZ monsters, and now pendulum monsters. Power creep is there. Konami is going to keep releasing new cards that are better than the old cards. Why are they doing that? Well, it doesn't take like a genius to realize that Konami is a business and they want you to buy their cards. And the only way that you want to buy their cards is their cards are good and you need those cards. Provided that you want to win, of course. So yeah, they're really smart about that, really smart business people. And the ban list, right? The ban list is like the biggest marketing strategy. What they do is, look, they see that Dragon Rulers are going to be like the best deck for a while. So what they do, they nerf the hell out of Dragon Rulers. And then they're like, here, play this new thing. And then you're like, okay, all right, let's play this new thing. Dragon Rulers are dead. Dragon Rulers are dead, Like Konami is going to keep doing that. They're going to release some OP stuff. You're going to enjoy it for a while. They're going to nerf it. And they're going to release this new thing that's like, I guess, half as good. And you're going to jump on that train. And then you're going to keep going and feed money to Konami. That's what most players do. And that's why Konami is such a successful business. Like, look at this, right? Players now, they're playing before. What was OP? Like, I remember back when we had a meta, we had like Gladiator Beasts and Blackwings and Lightsworn and stuff. And then like, what happened to them? They just got left to the side of the road because they're less consistent than the new archetypes. The new archetypes like Mermaids, Dark Worlds, like Fire Fist, like these new things that are coming out. They're just much better than the old stuff. And what do? You just chase after that. You just want the new things. So yeah, who wins and who loses at the end of the day? Konami wins and all of us lose. Like seriously, we the consumers, we lose a lot. Just take a step back and ask yourself, how much money do I spend on Yu-Gi-Oh? Like these new packs that are coming out, this new set, you need to get like a few boxes, right? And these rarities that they mess with, like what's a common in Japan gets turned into like super rares and ultra rares and stuff. Like that's not fair. Why are they doing that? They're doing that because they want to make money and it's smart about it. They give you soul charge. Why did they give you soul charge? Because you'll buy the whole entire pack. Like you probably like the whole entire pack. All you probably need from that is like Mathematician, Curry Bandit, and I don't know, soul charge. But you buy the whole pack. Like you buy boxes and boxes of that pack because you want to get those cards, but those cards are rare. That's how they make money. That's why they're collectible cards, right? So, we fall into that trap. Like the only analogy I can think about with like Konami and the power creep is like the iPhone. Think about it. When you have an iPhone 4, right? And then like iPhone 4S gets released, like what do? You stand in line the night of the release, and then you go to like Best Buy, Future Shop, or whatever. I don't know what you guys have in the United States. And then you just buy an iPhone 4S, which is like really qualitatively not that much different from your iPhone 4. And then when the iPhone 5 comes out, everyone just hops on that hype train and just goes and chases after that. And then like new stuff comes out, and people just want it. Rationally or irrationally, people just always want it, and we lose at the end of the day. Konami always wins. So some of you may be thinking, hey, you know what? There are two counter arguments to your argument, Gary. Your thesis isn't sound. So first counter argument is this. Look, the cards are released by Konami, okay? The power creep is there, we understand. But you can choose to buy it. You can choose not to buy it. You have a choice. But like, let me ask you, do you really have a choice? You're preparing for YCS Toronto, right? Or you're playing for YCS or whatever. You want to be competitive. You want to be a good player. And then you show up, right? And then your opponent that you're facing, he's in a hopeless situation. He has like 2 cards in his hand, no cards on the field, right? And then you have like 5 cards and 3 cards on the field. And then he summons out Exciton Knight, and then he just beats you because Exciton Knight effect OP, and you don't have an Exciton Knight. What do? You just lose, right? Not because you were a worse player. You were probably a really good player. Up to that point, you control the field very well. You gain your advantage. You push your opponent to the edge. But then he just happens to have like Exciton Knight, and then he just wins. Yeah, you're going to want to get that Exciton Knight, right? You want to win. You want to get that Exciton Knight. So that counter argument doesn't work. Second counter argument is this. Financially speaking, okay? Everybody, if you want that card, you can spend that money and get it. Of course, if you want the Exciton Knight, you want to pay like $40, go ahead, by all means. It's there. It's accessible to everyone. So it should be fair. But it really, does everybody have the equal amount of resources to try to play Yu-Gi-Oh, to try to buy those cards? No, right? Like some people want to spend less money on it. Some people just treat it as a hobby. Some people still want to have fun, even though they treat it as a hobby. And so, yeah, you see kids, they just get beat out. They just have really bad cards, and then you see these adults who have jobs and stuff. They have these secret rare, ghost rare, and stuff like that, which you don't actually really need. And yeah, they just beat them, not because they're more skilled, but because they have more money. So it's like a lesson on life. The people with more money, with more advantages, they'll always win. It's kind of sad. So what's my solution to this whole thing? My solution is pretty radical. My solution is like a sort of communism. We need to march. We need to start a revolution. We need to march into like Konami headquarters, and we need to demand. We need to give a manifesto of the duelists. Okay, we need to be like, hey, Konami, you can't do this anymore. You have to give duelists the cards that they need. Okay, in every pack, put in all the cards of the set. In each pack, put in all the cards of the set. We'll pay for a little bit more. We'll give you $10 per pack. But like put all the cards in one pack. And just give it to the duelists. I think that would be a really good solution. But no, I'm joking. The real solution for me is this. If you want to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you want to have fun, just play online. Like all the cards are there. You don't have to pay like a lucrative amount of money just to get like an Exciton Knight, just to get a soul charge. You can just search the name of it, on Dueling Network, on DevPro. Totally easy, totally accessible to you. If you want to play competitively, I don't suggest that you follow the hype train. I don't want you to be one of those iPhone fanboys. I don't want you to just get the new iPhone 4S because, I don't know, it has an S. Or get the iPhone 5 just because it's a number greater than 4. I want you to really think about what you need, right? Like if you're going to an event, if you're going to try to be competitive for that event, just hold on and get the cards a few days or a few weeks before that. Look, prices will rise and drop, okay? New cards will get released. Maybe, right now it's May, right? And you want to prepare for an event that's, I don't know, happening in September like I am. Don't get the cards that you need there now, because a lot of new cards are going to get released. A lot of price changes might happen. So what you should do is really hold on, test your decks out, test your strategies out on a platform that is free. And then when the time comes when you really need the cards, you can buy them, or you can just, if you have a lot of friends who buy cards, you can just borrow them from your friends and then like play with that. I remember like last year's YCS Toronto, I talked to this player. I talked to the top Infernity player. He topped, I think, top 15 or something like that. He just told me he borrowed the whole deck from his friends. Yeah, because he just, he didn't want to put in so much money in Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, and he still won. And that to me really speaks a lot about his skill rather than about the resources. I don't want Yu-Gi-Oh to turn into a game where the people with the most resources always win. I want it to be like a skill-based game. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. I talked about a lot. It's kind of a ranty video, rambly. Tell me if you like this and suggest future topics. I'd love to, talk about more Yu-Gi-Oh with you guys. And this is Gary gzduels signing out.